Hello everyone and welcome to the BMW i8 Santiago Grand Prix here today, and I'm joined today by Lion Guy. Welcome.
Hello there.
So here the track today is actually very interesting track actually here at Santiago. It's we have 7 corners to the left and 3 to the right. One of the biggest corners being turn 7, a very long left-hander, very long left-hander, sorry, where the drivers will have to manage their speed and control at the same time. So it's a very difficult track, wouldn't you say, Lion Guy?
Yeah, it's definitely very difficult. As you say, there's a lot of corners. These cars have minimal downforce at too many. They have a small rear wing that creates a bit of issues for them, but they are probably the slowest cars in Ion, to say the least. But they are interesting to drive. I was able to take one on the lap.
Yeah, last time we were here with IA, I think we were at Tokyo, but that didn't get streamed, I don't think.
I haven't. So last week we were at Tokyo and we had some issues at that Grand Prix, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But
so we didn't stream FE, but we did. Sorry, go ahead.
So we're currently on with Doc though, as he is going around the track. He's currently on pole with a 157, well, provisional pole with a 157.01. So
yeah, he seems to be doing very well this. Yeah, he seems to do very well this season so far in that pro drive. But right behind him is Superfist, about a second behind actually, in the Lolex with a 158.0.
A bit
and
more
then
than
behind.
Yeah,
only very slightly.
There's a very large gap in, don't want to say talent, but I would definitely say the series is more of a gentleman driver series where you have more rookies who are trying to prove themselves, so we won't get to see the talent that we see in other series like F1 or even FE, where we'll see way closer margins.
Yeah, especially the person at the back at the moment is Joven with a 3:59. I don't know whether that's just because they've done an outlap or something, but yeah, the top 10 is around about 157 to 158. As actually, someone just goes ahead and set the second fastest lap in the other pro drive. So so far it's a front row lockout for the pro drives. No, sorry, it's not pro driver. Dark. No, Dark isn't a pro driver.
In a 97, I think.
97.
And then pro drives a P2 P3.
Yeah, P2 and P3. I apologize for that.
Still well, now we have 4 cars in the top in the 57s. So I don't know what they were lapping yesterday in practice. Let me.
Well, P2 to P4 is only separated by about half a tenth. So very interesting, isn't it?
Fastest lap yesterday was a 56.8 in free practice. So we'll definitely be seeing that. But Doc did a 57.05. He's at a 57.01, and he's currently improving in Sector 1. Goes slow in Sector 2. I wish we could see Sector 0. But
I mean, the thing is, a lot of people, it's qualifying has only just started. Actually, we've only been up for about 4 minutes. So it's only got 7 minutes left of the session.
It's also a very long lap. So we definitely need to see people out there soon. Yeah,
it's definitely need to see a lot of people trying to improve, since there's not long left of the session, like you said, and it's a very long track. So and it seems nobody seems to really be struggling through that turn 7. Actually, there's a lot of it looks very like a very calm part of the track, to be honest.
Yeah, well, in these cars, they're probably going so slow. I suspect in a Formula E car, it's a completely different story with the amount of power you get out of these cars, but these cars are only producing about 200 to 300 horsepower, I suspect. So they're not that powerful.
Yeah, not going to be too much of a difference. But so far, still fastest actually is Dark. But behind him is Black Dragon in the Innotech, and behind him is Antolol in the Crake. So 2 new top 3 drivers coming into play.
Yeah,
actually,
it's like they're slowly inching in closer to Doc's time. Of course, he is still fastest as he sets a purple Sector 1. So, But as
person to watch on this lap.
We're currently watching one of the Inotechs, I believe a Black Dragon, who is right behind Doc. They're all in the same slipstream train currently.
Yeah, it's going to be very... slipstream is going to be key in this. I don't know whether there is slipstream in i8 anymore, but I think... Yeah, this slipstream will play a key part in this. But as, like you said, Dark gets the purple sector 1, but a yellow sector 2 now. So, can he make it up into that final sector?
Yeah, it definitely seems like he is out of the slipstream. Black Dragon is following up behind. It seems like a very long turn. As Dark on the exit of the curb gets a bit rear end unstable. As we're on board with Accurist, as he goes into the right-hander.
Very, very close between these three drivers.
Yeah,
it just goes to show you how fine the gap is and can be in this series. As a lowly, I think that's lowly sneaky, goes P7 actually. I didn't know if that was recently. No, that wasn't quite recently, but does go P7.
As we're rounding onto the final straight here now.
Yeah, here comes Dark. Can he set a 156 going across the line? Here he comes.
Doesn't improve.
And he doesn't improve, no. So it's a double yellow in the last two sectors. Maybe can he bring it back into this this lap here? No slipstream just yet though. That attack mode is in a very awkward spot, isn't it? You have to go wide on entry, don't you?
Yeah, but in qualifying, all cars are put in their qualifying format, so they're going to be the fastest they will be.
Yeah.
Okay, that's last lap. His last lap was a 1:17 actually. 1, so about a 10th off what his fastest lap was before.
Yeah, as he said, he does get a purple sector 1, and he does hit the wall and exit though at that corner he just did. So there may be a little bit of loss of time. We'll have to wait and see. But so close, and I'm looking forward to the race actually because these people are so close at the moment in racing.
This long straight, this long turn where they just hug the wall. I'm surprised they don't try and do anything where they try and carry more speed on an exit, but this is definitely something you need to watch out for, as this is just such a long straight. In the F1 car, they're blasting through there, but in these, they're just...
Yeah, I'll be looking forward to seeing what will happen in Formula E later. Be sure to go check that out after the i8. Be a very interesting race. Depot Dolphin will be the main commentator for that, and I'll be secondary. So be sure to go check that out after this i8. Be sure to stick with us for this one, though.
Yeah, and i8 has a few more rounds to go as we round onto the final corner now. So we should be seeing something shortly.
I wonder though, will there be any surprise attacks from into the race? Because we only got 3 minutes left of this qualifying, so there may not be any more faster laps. Some people will be on their.
Well, that's a lie. Accurus just went within 7/1000 of Doc.
That's very, very close. Just goes to show, yeah, very, very, very close. Green all round, so that doesn't mean he got up any purples. So could that mean that there's plenty of room for improvement?
Well, we don't know, but I feel like Doc every lap had been improving in that sector 1, so we'd need to say.
Yeah. So, Superfist green in all sectors as well, actually. As they're about to come across the line, can they set an improvement as they go across the line?
Here, let's see what that is. That's going to put them P4.
Put some P4. Improvement from P6. I think they were P6. But
yeah,
that's a massive improvement
at the back of the field, we have some drivers who are struggling, like Jovem, who has a 2-minute, 33-second lap time. So
yeah,
don't know if the 107 rule is going to come into effect in the series. We'll definitely need to talk to race directors about that.
Someone that has surprised me on how not as well they're doing, FF Devon. They've been doing pretty well this season. I've been following them quite closely, and they are down in P11 at the moment. Whether they will improve or not is a different question.
Well, he probably needs to go.
Yeah, Runaway Drive gets to improve Sector 1, as well as Puffy Bad Martin. So the Pro Drive and... Sorry, go ahead.
Aussie's official also has 2 green sectors.
Oh, as he's about to come through the final corner.
Yeah, but we are currently watching one of the crakes. Both crakes are right near each other. But let's see what Akios is going to do here. No.
Can he go across the line? Can he get into that top 10?
Driver.
There he goes. P11.
P11, not bad. Now, we have a few more drivers improving. FF Devon crosses the line to go P11. That's
P11.
He's off the pace, surprisingly. Almost a second and a half, second and a quarter down. But
runaway drive
Joe.
I'm sorry. Who did some? Oh, okay. Hello,
we're now on board with one of the Depot Dolphin drivers. Believe. Oh, no, man. That is Doc, I believe, we're on board with. Sorry.
Puffy Badminton improved in Sector 1. What can he do in through now? Can he improve? Yes, he can, but not by much. As Runaway Drive also improves up to P9 with 157.929. Interesting. It's interesting to see that because the gap between both the Pro Drives actually is very, very close. Nobody really improving up top.
This setups, no. Okay.
As qualifying is now done, so whoever is driving and is on their final laps now, what can they do? What can anyone do on their final lap? As Noob in the fleet has improved in Sector 1.
Yeah.
But any improvement from 2 minutes and 1?
Of course, we have a few drivers improving. But I think
as Superfist improves in Sector 1.
Yeah, let's go on board with Superfist if we can.
Yep.
Let's see how he does this. I think he's going to be the last car to cross line. It still looks traffic as he goes around the very long banking of... Not banking, but... long corner that could be banked.
As
they really wanted to.
Constantine improved in Sector 2. What can he do? Is he about to come across the line? Can they improve? Yes, they can. Actually, no, someone else has improved. I think that was FF Devon gone to P4.
Yeah.
FF Devon gone to P4. And where is Constantine? Oh, they're further back. I was watching someone else. Oh dear. Just goes how bad of a commentator I am. But Superfist coming through into the hairpin for a triple hairpin, pretty much. As anyone else really improving? As Constantine improved in Sector 2. Puffy Badminton as well. And Noob.
So still on board with Superfist as he heads down into the final part of this lap. Let's see if he can improve.
Nobody really improves. As Runaway Drive P6. Thank you, Indominus. So Superfist not done yet. As they come across the line, don't really improve. As they stay in P5.
So and I think everyone has finished now. Yes.
Yep. Everyone has finished.
So on pole, on pole, we have the first lap set by Doc, the 1 minute 57.10. Field is stretched out to say. Farthest down the field is Epic Dude, who has possibly qualified in P21 with no time. So we're gonna say Epic Dude P21, and then Jov P20. With a 2:02.1, almost 5.1 seconds off the leader. That is, that's a very large spread. The only reason I'd expect to see that spread in other series is if someone set the lap on on intermediates when it's dry or something. So, very interesting.
Yeah. Well, I do have to say, as we've just been told, everyone's about to line up. So, what can Dark do off the line, or maybe can Accurist in that crate catch him out at turn 1, as it's a very heavy braking, what would be after a very long straight for them. It would be a very heavy braking zone. Can anyone catch him out into that? But another person to keep an eye on, Inner Tech of Black Dragon is in P3, and also behind them FF Devon, who did surprise us at the start by being not overly quick, but is now in P4. Behind him, his teammate actually. I think that's his teammate. No, that's not his teammate. That's the Lolex of Super Fist is in P5. Runaway Drive in P6 in that Pro Drive, and Kea in that other. Is that what is that? What's the what's Kea driving? I apologise. Can't actually see. Don't know what they're driving. I apologise. I am new to this in i8. Oh, X21. There, X21 in Kea. And Antalol in the Crake in P8. And then, yeah, everyone really just lining up. So all we got to do now is just wait for everyone to officially line up with Dark on pole position at the moment. So what can he do coming into this race? Can he score a P1 for the Cog 97? But right behind him is the Craig of a Curist in P2. So line guy, any predictions for what's going to happen in turn 1?
I think Doc's just gonna storm away. I think if nobody can keep up with him, I think he's just that much faster. But accurate, maybe have to stay up with him for P2. But we need to see who's more consistent, of course.
Yeah, but right behind, I have a feeling though, FF Devon or is that or Black Dragon could catch him out. Also, it's mainly the top 4 you got to keep your eye on, unless someone else behind them can get a fantastic start. I don't think anyone else is really going to get the lead except for that top 4.
Yeah, so
have to wait and see.
What's the exact format for? Can someone remind me what we exactly do in this series?
So basically, it's just a normal race. I think. I don't think there is collide. So it's about a 35-minute race. I think Depod just said. 25. Okay, so 25-minute race.
Yeah. So we just heard that from our director. 25 minutes. Is that collide? Can do now?
No, not in i8.
I knew for a few weekends they had a sprint then a feature, but let's hope we're only doing with one of those. But of course we have FE at 12. It is currently 11:40, so they have 20 minutes to get this race over with. So and then we got to see Formula E, which should be very interesting.
So
on chip.
2-minute lap times around here, so we should see a lot of exciting racing just over 1 lap, really. So, can Dark keep it off the line? Can Dark keep everyone behind? That is the main massive question, really.
Okay, so we're just going introduction. It is a 30-minute race, so we'll be here to about 10, maybe a bit longer, so should be very interesting.
Yeah. So,
as we're waiting for us to get underway here,
as we just basically just need to wait for everyone. I think people are just told to be jumping in and out.
Yeah, well, let's hope this gets started shortly, as we don't want to see that much of delay for especially FE, which is the main series. Come on. Thanks. Okay, now we have 16 minutes to go. 16 laps.
Yep.
So that's going to be about 32 minutes. Clearly, they are clearly not okay in the head.
So, what is going to happen? Can someone from the back bring it to the front? Do you think that's able to happen?
Has Doc went out and in of his car yet? Oh, okay. Now we're getting the signal from Mr. Takakura.
Yep. So, Now we just have to wait for the lights to start coming on. Pretty much. I don't know. Is there going to be a formation lap? I don't think so.
No, that shouldn't
Take
be.
too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. So, as we know, here comes the lights now. Here we go for the Santiago Grand Prix, 16 laps, and it's 5 red lights and lights out, and away we go for the Santiago Grand Prix. Dark getting a fantastic start, keeping Akuris at bay, but whether Akuris can dive bomb him into turn 1, what is going to happen here? Going into turn 1, turn 2, everyone going very tight. Akuris going on the wide area just to keep the vision going, but Dark seems to be pulling away now at the start, but it seems like people are catching up right behind. Akira still looks to be holding P2, but it seems actually no, Superfist has overtaken for P2 at the moment. Very, very close. A lot of people pulling away though, such as Dark, who's getting a fantastic start, over half a second already. But Runaway Drive P4, FF Devon P3 is Superfist P2. Fantastic start. Black Dragon in P6 and Akira's P5. Very, very close. What's going to happen now coming as in Dark seems to be losing a load of speed. That slipstream is going to catch him out. Can Akuris get into that slipstream and hold onto it and get into P1? That is the question, but seems like he's having to defend on from people of his own behind him. Of Runaway Drive.
We're going to have a yellow flag in Sector 1. We have 2 very slow cars. I think they might have still have the pit limit on. The McLaren Piloto. He is stuck at 50, I presume, kilometers per hour. So he's going to be very slow, but FF Devon now getting up into P3. It should be very interesting.
Yeah.
We should have a yellow flag at some point.
Coming to the... It's like we're on the other side of the track though, so we don't really need to worry about that at the moment. But coming through the hairpins bit, as FF Devon gets a bit out of shape coming through that hairpin bit. But it seems like Dark is keeping that position very, very well. Akuris is right behind him though. Can anyone else catch up? But right behind FF Devon, right behind Akuris is FF Devon and Runaway Drive and Black Dragon. I apologise. Can Dark keep him off this straight? Can he keep him out of his slipstream? He was swerving just now. Can he keep it going?
Okay, as we hopefully should be getting a yellow flag. Okay, as it seems like they have gotten very mad at me for complaining. So, thank you, Apollo. We're just gonna do that.
As we now keep the focus on the racing note, 2 people have not been able to do it. I think that's Pilot for me and Gaspin, who have not been able to do it properly. But we focus on the people at the front. It seems like one of the fleet has gotten involved, but Akuris has taken the lead in this first sector. But it seems Dark has come straight on back for that lead. But it seems like, who is that? One Yeetie boy has come up into P4. But yeah, he's right behind FF Devon.
14. That is, wow, he's already up 10 places in about a lap, so that should be very interesting.
I wonder if you can bring it, keep it going throughout the race. Remember, if you can get the lead even, keep up this momentum. But it looks like FF Devon is now in the lead of this race. Dark right behind, and everyone's just trying to keep up at the moment to get a bit of a lag spike. And here we go, coming round the brow of this...
officially now.
Yep, and now FF Devon still seems to be leading. So the person that we were doing down in qualifying is now in second place, as one Yuti boy is now up into P1, going into the hairpin. Will anyone be making a dive bomb? It seems like FF Devon and Dark have been taken over, but there we go, as 2 people hit the wall. Of one Yuti boy and FF Devon hit the exterior wall, but Dark and now Akuris behind him, followed by Nicholas and Runaway Drive, coming into the next hairpin of what is the final corner, going along this long straight. Wowzer, what a close start. But one person to keep an eye on is one Yuti boy.
So it seems like Gasp in 62 has taken attack mode early on. That he's going to try and reclaim some off positions, of course. Off the line here, there's pit limit on, so. But it seems very close for the top 8, where it seems like they're all within 6 tenths of each other. So it should be interesting to see what happens here. As it seems like Pilot's phone is complaining about no power. So he's probably going to retire from this race.
Yeah, I'm really surprised from that one Yeti boy, the Yeti guy, because he was started P14, and the fact that he's putting in this type of drive into the race, I'm wondering why he wasn't able to do it in qualifying. Was it just lack of slipstream? Either way, he seems to be leading this race and doing very well at it, to be honest. But never mind, he just gets overtaken because of the slipstream. It's just so powerful around this track. So, another person to keep your eye on is FF Devon. He has been keeping up with everyone. It's just he made a mistake last lap coming out on the hairpins, hitting the exterior wall.
Just something to note,
but
the whole entire field in the lead pack from down to P1 to P16 is within 3 seconds. That's how powerful slipstream is. Of course, Dark is going to be very close. Maybe we'll have we should have a close race. We predicted if you get away from the slipstream, you'll possibly win, but maybe we could see bump drafting.
Looking down the grid, though, it's still extremely close between everyone. Seems like the two Red Bulls are not doing overly well since Lowly started somewhere up in the top. I think he started in top 10, but now he's down in P14. But a lot of time to make up for it and a lot of slipstream to use. So whether they can bring it back or not, there's a plenty of opportunity to do it.
Yeah, I'm surprised Dark isn't trying to be more aggressive. It's going left to the right.
Yeah. As P2 to P5, it's all tied in the last sector, but everyone's coming across the line now. As Nicholas gets the fastest last sector in that pro drive, can he overtake Dark coming into this second corner, going around this very, very long corner? As Dark goes very wide, actually coming out of that corner. As FF Devon, he seems to be now getting involved, saying, "Hey, I want this lead." He's getting involved. As also, it's Yeti boy is getting into trying to fight as well. It's just so close, you can't exactly tell who's where.
Yeah, definitely is very close. But no one's going to want to take attack mode early on, as they know they'll just slipstream you and you'll lose out with it. So someone's going to need to be the first one to take it, but no one wants to. So maybe we won't see any attack mode taken, but it's going to happen eventually.
One person that's doing well is actually Tingers. He's got the fastest lap at the moment, and he seems to be overtaking the Crake off Antolon, going around this long straight. Can he make a move? That is the question. But FF Devon in the lead on the timing board, and it seems like the P1 and P2 are tied for the lead between Dark and FF Devon.
Of course, I believe if they do cross the line at the end tied, I believe they go with who was ahead at the end of Sector 2 or the last lap. It's one of the two. Just forget.
Yeah.
That has happened before at the track. Or something.
One Yeti boy still holding his own, P3 at the moment, but Dark seems to be pulling away. So good work from him. Lowly, I said he weren't doing well, but he's got a faster Sector 2. What can he do? Coming to this next corner, very tight, very wide out the exit then. But what can Lowly do coming on this lap?
Yeah, but
slipstream means everything in this track.
Yeah, but it looks like Dark should have a lap here, as for some reason one Yeti boy is dipping out of his slipstream, which is probably the worst idea. Yeah, Dark has came out with a lead of 3/10, but we'll see what that is like at the end of Sector 1. Where it's
It's
very non-slishing dependent, but Sector 2 and Sector 3 or so. Of course, the attack
if you want to win this race, you have to pull ahead in this first and last sector. Oh no, not the last sector. Sorry, just the first sector. It's a very slipstream dependent this track. So if you're someone like Dark and you're in the lead right now, you have to pull away in that first sector.
Yeah, but they've closed it all the way down again, with 2 green sectors again in the top. So it's definitely interesting what's going on there.
It'll be interesting to see who wins this race, though, because it's all dependent on if you're leading that second to last lap. You're not going to be doing well because you're going to get overtaken. So you don't want to be leading on that second to last lap, even though that sounds strange. That is pretty much what you've got to be doing. You want to be able to stay behind to get that person's slipstream. That is if this runs on for this lap, this little gap runs on for as long as that. That is the question. as I just saw someone made a comparison from this to Le Mans, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, it
They're not
definitely
wrong.
has the long straights like Le Mans, but I wouldn't call exactly this track Le Mans. If we brought Le Mans cars here, I definitely think we'd see a lot faster lap times.
Yeah, exactly.
In reference on that
But
long, just the cars are very closer to your road cars compared to actual race cars. I think they just have a spoiler
yeah,
on the back, and I don't actually know the extra difference. Maybe a roll cage. It's like what you would see in one of those lemon races. But
as Runaway Drive gets the fastest lap, I apologise for interrupting. A 10th separates the top 3 at the moment, as one Yeetie Boy in P1, Dark, Runaway Drive, a Curist, is tied for P5 with Nicholas in the other Pro Drive. So the Pro Drive is doing pretty well at points right now.
yeah, they definitely are, but one Yeezy boy is taking the lead. He qualified P14. I'd like to point this out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been very interesting. But Kea, 07 Kea, has set the fastest Sector 1 in the X21. So it'll be interesting to see what they can do at the end of this lap.
Yeah, let's see if he can get to the front of that pack with attack mode. That's going to be very interesting. Very interesting here.
I'm getting a massive lag spike.
Yeah, I believe the server might have just crashed.
Yep.
Okay.
And it seems, yeah,
So while
server
we have
crash, I think. Yep, there we go. There we go. That is that done for now. But how many laps do we have left? That is the
10.
question. Let me just go
Well,
check.
we
10
were
laps.
on lap 6.
Ah.
So
a very
let's
long
hope
track.
everything works. Earlier on we did have some technical difficulties, so let's hope it works, or we might be taking half points for this race also, which would be disappointing for everyone here. But we've seen a decent fight so far.
Yeah, fun fact.
Yeah.
P1 to P16 is separated by 6 seconds.
Thank you for
Yeah.
this guy. Thank you from the Ion Media pad in Dominus Rex, an F1 driver who's helping out this weekend. So from the Ion Media electric pad. Can we patent that name? Electric pad. Sure, we'll go with it. But
So, anything that has properly surprised you so far, Liam?
no, actually, not really. I definitely say it's been anticlimactic this race, which is scary to say. But
I mean, it's just such a long track, though. That's the problem. I feel like if it was a shorter track, this series would be perfect for it.
Real question. So, of course, we're looking at this. It's a very tight race, slipstream heavily dependent.
Well, all we got to do now is just wait for the server to open, because apparently I can't join it at the moment. So we'll have to. We apologise for this, and we shall be back with you all in just a moment, as soon as it allows us to join the game, and we should be able to get back underway.
We get some Wii music here. Can we get some of that here while we wait?
As it seems, it's had the glitch from earlier where we can't actually get into the Ion Media thing.
Oh no. So just for reference to everybody who's new right now, earlier on we've been having some issues, so this race highly possibly could be taken from lap 10. 6. Sorry.
We may
unless they do have admin.
Short.
It's highly possible they could. Oh no, never mind. We just didn't get ranked. I think they possibly do have admin panel access right now.
Okay. So it should be fine now, actually. Should be. Yep, there we go. Lovely.
Yeah, and I found a new place to enjoy the race from, so
Where's that? Oh, the podium was left open. What cheeky beggar did that? So I will run you through the starting positions. So starting from first is one Yeety Boy, then P2 Dark, then tied for P3 is Runaway Drive and Acurus. So it seems Runaway Drive will be starting P3 though. Nicholas P5, FF7 P6, Superfist P7, Antalol P8, Black Dragon P9, Tingers P10, KR P11, Puppy Badmartin P12, Lowly Sneaky P13, Father Ewok is in P14, and Constantine P15, Arshus P16, Newbie P17, Joven P18, P19 Gaspin, and P20 Pilot for me, but I don't think P20 of Pilot for me will be allowed to drive again because he disconnected.
Well, we will see what those two are drawing at. Of course, maybe if they give him a pit lane start, that would be possible. I would presume he would get a pit lane start, but I think they haven't made an official statement. But I would assume he gets a pit lane start. As Sever, the race director, seems unaccordingly to saying anything. Of course, he's one of the newer people helping out with races, so makes sense. There's no rules as well.
I'll be right back. I apologize.
So we're just waiting for everyone to form up on the grid now. So let's see. Do we have anyone saying anything in the chat? If you want to have us answer any of your questions, we'll be able to in the chat right now. So just send stuff messages and I'll look at them. So if you guys want to send messages in the chat, we'll answer them. So I have the chat pulled up currently. Acurus will be starting in P16. So, yeah.
Where is Arceus? He is down in P16.
Yeah. So, we're supposed to have FE starting sooner than later, so hopefully they'll get this over with soon. Or they'll be paying us overtime. Yeah, of course, if there's another server crash, I suspect we'll move to FE, but see what happens here. So we have a question from the YouTube effects then. Would you like to be leading role in my F1 team?
No, lol.
No.
Oh, and they're being told all personnel off the grid, everyone being jumped out, then back in, as per usual, blah blah blah, bleep bleep.
And I am back.
OMG, is that the Blade Challenger? Oh my god.
Yep.
Wow. I'm such a huge fan.
I know.
So we might want to get...
Do you want a
Okay,
picture?
so just a shout out for everybody. Fexlin is an interesting YouTuber. If someone wants to clip this, he is a YouTuber that has made profit off Ion and its success. He's
And
an
has
ex-media member.
apparently skyrocketed beyond it.
Yeah, but of course, media is still better than his actual channel. His channel is low quality. So, if you wanna come subscribe to media and actually see some good races.
He got him good. He got him good. He got him good. He got him good.
And moving on.
Yeah, because nobody
It seems
cares.
we're just waiting. We're just waiting for Tingers.
Yep, and it's not going to be a sprint to the finish, basically. I don't think anyone needs to save energy, to be honest.
Nope.
Yes.
So just a fun fact. We make more money than Fexlin. So,
No, we don't.
I don't get paid because I don't have somewhere to get to put all the money in. So I'm basically doing
Yeah,
it for
that
free.
thing made 45. It says $45 to $720. Well, we make
Jesus.
more than that.
I
That's
could
all I'm
get
gonna
it.
say.
I could get it all that money, but no. Actually,
Mate,
I don't know how.
I'm the
I
most
don't
paid
know.
commentator.
I don't know
D-Pod.
how. I don't know how much money is being paid for commentating. I actually have no idea.
D-Pod said, "I'll pay you if you come, please. I beg of you. I'm your biggest fan." And I was
I'll
like, I can't say no to one of my biggest fans.
D-Pod.
So we're just looking at some social blade stuff. Fexlin in the last 30 days has got 2,000 subscribers, while Iron has got 430.
As we're about to start.
Oh,
One like, two like, three
well-
lights, and four lights,
then
and
we're
5 red
waiting again.
lights.
Sorry.
And it's lights out, and away we go for the Santiago restart. And
One Yeety
one
boy
Yeety
is
boy
already
gets
in
a
the
good
lead.
start. I'm eating poo.
Stress eating. Now the fleet is in the lead.
One Yeety boy. One
As
Yeety
it
boy
seems
trying
like
to
we
fight
should have
for the
another
lead.
substitution battle here.
Oh, I'm gagging. I'm sorry. What was that?
As we have commentators dying, as people are already taking attack mode, seeing if they can capitalize here with the more energy they have. No more conserving anymore. They can go full push. As we head into Sector 1 with one Yeety boy in the lead. Sector 2, sorry.
Yep, and Dark seems to be overtaking one Yeety boy going around this long turn 7. It's a very long and boring part of the track, especially for IA. But seems to be fighting for it very nicely. As the two pro drivers are doing pretty well of Runaway Drive and Nicholas. So, Arcurus doing pretty well as well. Currently, it looks to be in P2. Can anyone else try and fight for the lead? Some people who'd got a really bad start because of the pit lane can now have another chance. But FF Devon is down in near the back of the grid for some reason. I think he may have made a mistake off the start. That is the question. 11 laps to go.
Yeah.
So, one Yeety boy still leading, as it seems like no, that's not him. That is Nicholas fighting for the lead against one Yeety boy. Going around the final corner, going onto this very long straight, where they both seem very, very equal at the moment. Who's leading between them? I think it's one Yeety boy. So that gives Nicholas a chance off the slipstream, and right behind Nicholas is Arcurus, and then Tingers also doing very well in this race so far, and about P4 at the moment. Yeah, there he goes across the line. As Runaway Drive is in P5, Dark, who was starting in second place, is now down all the way in P6, but that doesn't really mean much in this race because excuse me, because they're so close.
Nice job. Nice job.
Thank you. It's called it's professional burping. Anyways.
Yeah, as one Yeety boy. As someone who haven't seen, Constant Wigan is up in P2. That is interesting. He has a minute 44 on his attack mode. I believe there are 2 attack modes, so it should be interesting to see what happens in here.
Yeah, and worthy note, FF Devon is at the bottom.
All the way at the bottom. He's way up.
He must have had an issue because he's in the lead pack, but he's a lap down, it seems. I wonder what happened there.
He probably doesn't jump out.
That is something interesting.
So he's going to have to unlap himself. Here we go.
So what we hear is FF Devon didn't jump out of the car on the restart, so he's going to be that lap down. Seems like.
Yeah. But one person to keep an eye on is Tingers, also using attack mode against Dark. Doing very well for it. The D-Pod car is doing very well. I can hear D-Pod screaming. Dolphin Electric doing I've just been corrected by the team owner. The Dolphin Electric is doing very well at the moment. For P2 at the moment, I can hear D-Pod screaming all the way from where he lives.
Yeah, but it seems like they could be fighting for the lead here. He's gonna have the extra power boost, but he won't have the slipstream. Let's see what happens here. Dark v him. Going into as we're entering into lap 3, and I think Dark will have the lead. Yes. But Dark also has attack mode. Didn't see that. So that must have just
No.
happened.
No, it only it happened about last lap pretty much, but he
Okay,
must
so-
have seen everyone else using attack mode and must have wanted to use it as well. So he's doing very well for it. But some of the people, like one Yeetie boy, oh, and there he goes, just went to use attack mode. But Nicholas, not using attack mode and still doing well for it. So what is a tactic here? The thing is, when attack mode runs out and someone else has it, like a lap later, they are still right behind you. You're most likely to get overtaken by them.
Okay, so just some basically information. The lights in the car, if they're purple, that means they're in attack mode. That means I believe they have an extra 50 horsepower. So that means they can go faster on the straight, which is very important here. So that's the reason we'll see that. They have 2 of those, each 4 minutes long. So purple lights mean attack mode, blue lights mean non-attack mode. That's just a way to distinguish it.
And loads of people getting...
Sorry. It also drains more power from the cars. So
Yeah, but of
while you
course
may
we-
have more horsepower, you will just I don't know. Just
lose more faster.
Yeah, you lose battery power.
Okay, so we just had a confirmation from Iron Control that FF Devon did not jump out, so we not be getting that lap back. So that's sad for the tour team.
And it seems the top 3 are pulling away. Whether that's because of attack mode or not, I don't know, but they do seem to be pulling away very, very slowly. Wow, it's very, very close to be honest, actually. Can't exactly tell who's where, but at the moment it does seem like Dark is leading, but only by 6,000ths of a second. So not much. And then 2 tenths behind, no, 600ths of a second, sorry. And 2 tenths behind Tingers is Superfist. So it's still very close, but behind Superfist is 1 second behind is one Yeetie boy, but that should change in just a minute as Tingers and Superfist run out of attack mode, and so does Superfist, as now Yeetie boy, one Yeetie boy has attack mode all to himself, as he's just going to catch him up.
Another attack mode.
That gap is closing. That gap is very much closing, actually. But Dark, it did just say he has 6/10 gap to the drivers behind, but that's all changing now because of the slipstream. Fantastic racing so far, actually. It's really interesting to see how attack mode can just change. No, sorry, not attack mode. Well, yeah, actually, attack mode and slipstream can change so much in just one race. But with one Yeetie boy with attack mode now, can he pull away from them? That is the
But
question.
one thing is, if he does pull away, he'll be immediately caught back up by the slipstream, which is something we'll usually see in NASCAR, where one car is ahead, but they'll just be caught up by a pack of slipstreaming cars that will be faster down the straights as they can slingshot each other.
Yes, indeed. And I have to say, races like these do get boring after a while, but especially with i8 cars, anything can happen, so be sure to stay tuned, especially when some people have 1 attack mode left and it can still be used just to overtake, so be sure to stay tuned and watch out for the rest of the race. But one Yeetie boy does seem to be leading this race, followed by a Curist, then it seems to be Dark, then Tingers. But even with the slipstream, you can overtake people with attack mode, which is really cool to see, because it just goes to show how attack mode can be useless on the straights. As further down the grid, actually, Constantine Wiggin, who was up in P3, is now down in P13.
Yeah, that's how
They've lost a ton of positions.
Something can change here. He had the initial boost of attack mode, so now it's accurate Arceus pulling away. And
yeah,
he is out of attack mode.
And another few people that I'm very surprised about is Arceus and Loli. They were doing alright at the start, now they're all the way down. Just goes to show, without attack mode sometimes, you can gain a load of positions, but that also means you can lose a load of positions afterwards. So, but we're yet to see any major mistakes of like spinning or crashing into a wall. Yet to see any first in our personal view. There might have been some, but we haven't seen any just yet. As we see on the replay, Arceus taking his attack mode just then. It's interesting that attack mode. It does make you go off the line there, which is very interesting to watch.
Well, it's there, so like you don't get the advantage of power. You have to really work to get up the positions instead of just like taking attack mode and streaming past everyone.
Yeah, and if you do miss like one part of attack mode,
so basically it's like
ruin.
It's like the Joker lap in Rallycross a bit.
Yeah, indeed. But one UT boy still leading with the fastest lap, followed by Dark, and then it seems to be Curious, and then it seems to be Tingers. Very close at the moment. It seems like could Dark make a move going into turn 1 here? Or is it going to be a move? No, not yet. Going very tight. As Dark is going to make a move. Here he goes. He's going around the inside, switching to the outside. But it seems like one UT boy got a better exit out of that corner. But Dark being a lot more tighter through that corner. And that's giving Dark the position to overtake. What a fantastic little overtake there done by Dark. Took him a few corners, but it was achieved in the end. But one UT boy will be coming back at him in the slipstream, but Tinger's also getting involved in that corner as they go through this part where it's the last chance you really get to really get on that slipstream. Let's get a little bit of lag. There we go. So everyone's now going to catch straight back up to Dark, and there we go. Everyone's right next behind him now. As Dark is probably kicking himself for being overtaken that soon. You really do got to keep up though with this track. If you do make a mistake, you're pretty screwed, because the slipstream will mean they will still pull away from you, even though. And if you do crash, and you don't get any slipstream, you're pretty much screwed for the rest of the race.
So attack mode should last about 2 laps. So I think we'll see attack mode on lap 10. They'll take it on lap 10, and then lap 11 we should be seeing attack mode. So
another person that's just come into play. One person that's just come into play is Pilot for me. Hey, I haven't seen them all day. We haven't really watched them all day.
They DNF'd in the first race, that's why.
Oh, yeah.
They had an issue with the pit limiter, so they would tend to the pit to assume they went a few laps down, and then I guess on a restart they just rejoined, which is legal, I assume.
Well, now that they got a second chance, they are doing pretty well for it. They're up into P1 or P2.
On the subject of Ion tracks, what do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of the America track? What do you think it will be? Because we have.
What do we think it will be?
Yeah, just.
Have they released it yet?
No, not yet.
Well, we have.
I think it'll be revealed for FP1, obviously.
Well, I think we got a preview of it earlier.
I didn't see it, so I didn't see it.
Well, I can actually have a look right now. Hold on.
It's not
we won't show anything Ion conference. I don't know how to say that word.
Now I know what it is. I know who's making it. I presume. I suspect.
So
I know what it is,
it looks to be
confidential information. There we go.
Yeah, confidential.
I'm not gonna leak it. Actually, it's in sneak peeks, but I just have seen it. I think there is like a fake. I don't know if it's a fake or real layout. We'll have to find out.
Sneak peeks. Which one?
Of course. On the. Are you talking about the one Waffles posted?
Pardon?
Hello.
The one that Waffles posted.
Yeah.
Not really sure though.
Which one are you talking about then?
I think it's the
Formula
it's the one
E
above
track.
the changes of the cars from F1. Just below Dake's thing. Like,
that's a hydro circuit.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
But of course, on the topic of members, that you can see all the new leaks of the Ion's new game in sneak peeks from a bunch of cool new things that you'll get early. So if you become a member today, you can get all these cool things in the Ion Racing Discord. So join the Discord and become a member.
So you can buy the Engineer for just about 99p a month, or £4.99 for the reserve driver role, or £8.99 for driver, and £17.99 for world champion. These are just roles and a lot you can get a ton of access. So I think look at what the things you get with them. So what you get is you get uncut War and Wheel interviews. This is reserved over, by the way. Early access to YouTube content, excluding shorts apparently, and access to message history in media submissions. You also get, if driver, access to uncut or uncensored team radio post-race, and or world champion, you get listening access to our media commentating, to a private media comms network, whether media. Yeah, so I think
server crash.
So
Yep, I think
on the
that's the server.
topic of this, while we wait for the server to do its things, but so benefits of becoming a member. I'm just looking at what we have here. You can get uncut team radio if you're a driver for $9.99 a month.
So now looking at the replay, it seems a lot of new drivers were getting involved, and it seems someone was in the middle of spinning as soon as the server was resetting.
Yeah, that
So-
is. Real question is, how many
Seems-
laps were we on? We're on lap 8 out of 11. So I would
Yeah.
presume
So-
that's 75%.
Father Ewok.
That
was
Dolphin
leading.
Electric was very lucky. Very, very lucky.
Yes, very lucky. Father Ewok, that's the person that was crashing. They were the leader now, and just as they were spinning, they've been very lucky, to be honest. Very, very lucky.
So that could give the
And
win to the Deep
there.
Heart Electric
Oh
team.
my god. What a man. What a legend.
That could
I wouldn't be
give the
surprised
win-
if he was the reason why the server crashed. Default Dolphin totally rigging totally rigging I8 for his own benefit.
Penalise
I'm joking,
penalise
I'm joking.
electric.
Please don't kill me. Please. I just got here.
D-Pod is threatening Indominus with his life.
Of course, I believe that will be the end of the race, most likely. So,
Probably half points as well.
no, I think we would have crossed 75%.
So,
No, it's.
I'll run you through the grid order before the server crash, if I can find it. So, Father Ewok, P1, Dark, P2, Superfist, P3, One Yeety Boy, P4, Tingers, P5, Runaway Drive, P6, Antelol, P7, Accurus, P8, Pilot for Me, P9, and Black Dragon, P10. That is the top 10 points. I can run you through the rest of the grid order, but
Devin
I won't
was
bother.
very unlucky to not jump out and back in. I mean, everyone knows this by now. It's been happening for what? A lot of rounds? Like 30, 50?
Yeah.
Almost everyone should have known this. Like even in F1, you see like people jump out and back in even before it's announced. That's the thing.
Yeah,
So-
so we're just
Find
trying
out,
to
won't
get
we?
confirmation what this is going to be, I suspect.
So this is the race results now. It is officially the race results, and FF Devon gets P2. So actually, Black Dragon won't get P points. So
it seems like
race results.
yep.
That is.
So FF Devon does get that place back, and he's on the podium.
Yeah. So it's official. FF Devon didn't really need to jump in and out. We just had to make a guess.
Yeah, I could see that being protested by a few teams. I don't think people would like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like probably.
Theoretically, that is completely at fault, but we'll need to say, of course, we are only media, so until we have a confirmation, I think we'll do the podium. So it'll be Father Ewok P1, the Dark to Super.
All right, so I guess that's it. That's it for the race. We won't. I don't think it will be restarted. And
No, that's it. The race results.
Yep, and that Depot Dolphin was very, or Depot Dolphin car.
Well, of course,
The
it's Dolphin
Electric
Electric's
car
first
was very
win.
lucky.
Let's see if we'll get a podium here.
Most likely not.
I hope we do. Come on.
I should also probably
Most
get.
likely not.
I should also probably get the media role in the FE server.
Big idea.
I do not have it. That is a pain.
Imagine not having the Ion Media role.
Imagine though.
Imagine.
Imagine though.
Dom, you have the Ion Media role, right?
Okay, so
I
for
only
us-
in Ion Racing,
okay, so this is not important.
not in the other
So,
servers.
if we can pull up the standings on our screen, we're gonna have. Looks like we'll be continuing with Formula E coverage that you can watch on the Formula E stream very shortly. But to finish this off, any final thoughts from everybody about how this race ended?
Dolphin, very electric, Dolphin Electric, very lucky with
Yes.
that because he
Yeah,
just
definitely.
spun. So a very lucky win for Dolphin Electric, although he got there in the first place, so it was very good work from both the Dolphin cars. I have to say though, very close race, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Formula E is going to be like. So be
Yeah,
sure to
definitely.
be ready to go watch that with us.
And that'll be happening very soon, like in 10 minutes time, something like that.
So, I believe we will be going off the air off air very shortly. So,
So see us at Formula E, and we'll see you later. Goodbye.
Yeah. If not, we will carry on in just a second. We might be doing the podium, might not be.
Wow, way
We
to
have to wait
ruin.
and see.
Way to ruin